With the sheer size and scale of the Aerospace Expo, it can be easy to get overwhelmed by all there is to see and do. Luckily, you have Galactic Tour on hand to provide laser-like focus on only the best IAE has to offer. Today is no exception, as we set our sights on the mighty military machine that is ANVIL Aerospace. From Hornets all the way to Super Hornets, ANVIL ships are a classic example of designing with a purpose. Every angle of the hull and every rivet is there for a reason. And ANVIL isn't happy just to rest on their blowing stuff up laurels. With the likes of the Carrack, Crucible and Terrapin in their lineup, ANVIL has gone beyond military function to begin to really make a name for themselves in the private sector. Of course, a cynic might say that ANVIL has to expand because Aegis is horning them out of all those sweet UEE contracts. But then again, I'm not a cynic. I say the more ships the better. And boy, are there more ships coming up. Make sure you stay right there as Galactic Tour's Intergalactic Aerospace Expo special continues.
Hello citizens, this is Mackie, and today we're going to talk about the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo once again. And this is day 5 and ANVIL is on the show stand today. And what you see in front of you here is the Carrack, the exploration ship for you if you really like to explore. But without further ado, let's continue and scroll down to the next one. Okay then, so here we are. Let's start with the Carrack. The Carrack is an exploration ship. It's somewhere between large and capital. It goes for 350 USD, and this one holds a rover in its belly, and it has a snub fighter on the top. It also has 3 pods for modularity on it, but then again I can't go into details on that because we don't know a lot about the Carrack at the moment. It's been sold quite a long while ago, and we don't know how much has changed and where it is in development so far. However, if you like exploration and you want a big multi-crew ship for explorations with your friend and you want something really big, then that's the ship for you, because that thing is going to be able to track down jump points and, well, pretty much everything when it comes to exploration. Next up we have the ANVIL Crucible, and this is the repair ship of Star Citizen. This is the ship that will repair anything. It's gonna be able to repair Idrises, the big capital ships, because it's gonna have some class on it that will be able to deploy, and with multiple crucibles they were gonna be able to just cover the entire ship and repair it. There won't be anything like the Crucible to repair ships. So for example, this thing is going to be able to replace wings and stuff like that if you lost them. While if you land on, for example, let's say an Idris or a Polaris, you're only going to be able to repair them with a hand repair tool. So the Crucible is also going to have a small landing bay on it where you're going to be able to land, for example, the Hornet or some fighter and dock it inside a protected area where you then can proceed with repairing and stuff like that. So that's basically the Crucible. It's going to be a repair and support ship. Then we have the ANVIL Gladiator, and this is I don't know exactly what you should say. It's a carrier based bomber. It's not a fighter, but it's a bomber. This is a, just like I said, it's a carrier-based bomber, basically. It's going to be able to operate from a ship. It's not going to be able to operate for longer distances. However, it packs quite a punch, and flying those in a wing is going to hurt pretty bad. Then we have the ANVIL Hornet. Let's scroll down here a little bit. We have the ANVIL Hornet, and this ship is the basic Hornet version. It does not have any gimbaled or correction, it doesn't have the turret ball on it on the top, the middle there. And this is the basic loadout with 1 pilot seat, and yeah, it's just a basic version of the Hornet. Then we have the ANVIL Terrapin, which is one of the newer ships. This is also an exploration ship. I'm not sure exactly what you're gonna call it. It's a bit of a radar-ish ship. It has one radar seat and it has one pilot seat. So this is, I'm not sure what you're gonna call it, if you're gonna call it an exploration ship or if you're gonna call it some kind of early response and recon units for combat. I haven't really understood this ship quite well, to be honest. However, it's gonna be very well tanked, so it's gonna be a sort of a turtle with a large radar dish on it. Next up we have the Hornet Ghost, and this ship is made for, just like it's like you can hear the ghost. It doesn't mean. Next up we have the Hornet Ghost, and what this means is that it's a ship that should not be seen. It's gonna have low signature and next up we have the Hornet Ghost, and what this means is that it's gonna have a low signature and won't be seen as easily. It has a very dark color as well, so it's just gonna turn off your lights, hide it on an asteroid and just disappear, hopefully. Next up we have the Hornet Tracker, and the Hornet Tracker could be seen as a fighter variant of the Terrapin. While Terrapin is heavily tanked and really made for that role and nothing else, the Hornet Tracker is a Hornet variant of a sort with a radar dish instead. So what this means is that with the radar dish it's gonna be able to track people, it's gonna be able to act as a command vessel of a sort and be able to track people a bit easier. Once again, we don't know a lot of those mechanics yet, so I can't really go into details on that either because, well, we just don't know at this point. And last but not least, we have the Super Hornet. This is the mother of the Hornet. This one is very well armed from the start, and that's why it's a bit more expensive. And the big difference with this ship as well is the fact that it has two seats. It has the pilot seat with the slave turret. However, it can also put a pilot in the back seat, which then takes over the turret. So personally, I really like the Super Hornet because it's a bit tankier fighter. And that's really my kind of style. If you continue down here, as you can see, I'm scrolling while I talk here. We're gonna get to the ANVIL intro pack, and just like we've had earlier this week, it's gonna have a bit of a few ships in it to start out if you like the ANVIL setup. And of course we have the mega pack with everything in it and nothing else. And of course the Saber Comet, it's still on sale here, and we have the Warbond version if you want to buy it with real money, and just the other version if you want to buy it with store credits. And that's pretty much it, just like we've gone through for the last few days. So I'm just not gonna go through the capitals or the Spirit Prowler today because we've done that a few other days. However, what we are going to go through is the sale schedule. So we are on day 5. Today it's Tuesday, November the 22nd, and it's ANVIL Aerospace and Saber Comet. However, tomorrow it's day 6, Wednesday, November 23rd, and it's going to be a new ship and a new manufacturer that's going to be on sale. So it's going to be the Avenger Titan Renegade. So Avenger Titan variant is going to be on sale instead of the Saber. And we're also going to see the Origin Jumpworks manufacturer being on sale. So with that being said, I'm gonna say thank you for today, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow again. Bye.